I was wondering, I personally, I'm a progressive, and I was just wondering with our current political atmosphere right now, why is it that we have strayed away from not just right or left or just general people in politics stray away from facts and try to twist around the truth? For example, like at Fox, MSNBC, all these big corporate news programs, they tend to have an agenda. Why is it that it's so hard to get facts out to people?
I mean, I think it's always been hard to get facts out to people is the truth. I think that narrative has always been more prominent in our mind. What we want to believe, I mean, confirmation bias is obviously a very prevalent thing. What you want to believe, you tend to believe, and you tend to look for excuses to believe it. I think that in an era of mass media where every taste can be catered to, you see that a lot more often, obviously. And so if you think like Rachel Maddow, you're likely to watch Rachel Maddow. If you think like Sean Hannity, you're likely to watch Sean Hannity and have all your biases confirmed. That's one of the reasons why I hope that I'm at least attempting to present facts, even some facts that disagree with my position, and then explain why those are wrong. And if you present a fact to me that disagrees with my position, I'll acknowledge the facts. I'll either say that it strays from my framework or not. I mean, it's something that I strive to do. Maybe I fail, but it's something I'm trying to do. I think that the reason that people have strayed away from fact and moved into subjectivity is because there's something comforting about subjectivity. You can never be wrong. The thing about facts is that somebody can prove you wrong. It's uncomfortable to be out there on the limb all the time waiting for somebody to saw it off behind you. Right? Doing what I do, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I love what I do for a living. But I will also say that there is a constant feeling of, am I right? And when somebody says you're wrong, if you're a good person, you think, well, maybe I am wrong. Let me examine that more. And it's uncomfortable to feel like you're wrong. Every time you feel like you're wrong, it means that you have to examine your presuppositions and think about whether you're saying the right things. And so I take criticism seriously, or at least I try to. And I think that's a hard thing to do, and especially in an era where we have been told that there's a virtue to being offended, that you being offended is a substitute for you learning something, that if you don't like what I'm saying, then you being offended is enough for you to just dismiss it out of hand. You don't have to go home and do any research. That's made things very convenient for people, particularly everybody's into virtue signaling now. Right? It's very easy. This is why you see these kind of tsunamis that start where people will call Steven Pinker a racist. Right? I mean, Steven Pinker is a lefty. Steven Pinker only says that there are differences in biology between men and women, for example. Or he'll say things like I've said, that there are different crime rates in particular communities. And then he'll get blasted for this as supposedly upholding alt-right views. That's because people want to believe that those facts are not right, and so they will blame his motivation and then attribute to him a motivation that he doesn't like. So if we can refrain from questioning each other's motivation and go to maybe where we go wrong in logic, then maybe we can have a conversation. This, by the way, is one of the reasons why, even though I'm an Orthodox Jew, I never cite the Bible in defense of my positions, because I know that a lot of people don't believe in the Bible, so we can't have a conversation on common ground here.